Lately, I've been thinking a lot about where everything started. The parts of my story I don't always talk about. Today, I want to share that with you. So let's take it back.
For three, for two, and for one, you can relax, take your struggle.
I thought I would start this video here and get ready with you guys too. So I'm gonna be doing my makeup now. My name is Gustavo Andrés. I'm 26 years old and I'm from beautiful Puerto Rico. I grew up in a small town in a religious and traditional environment. As an only child, my parents divorced early and shared custody. I grew up surrounded by tradition, but my imagination was always somewhere else. Dancing, painting, soccer. I was very creative, curious, and expressive. I felt different early on, but used imagination and art as an escape. Humid days, uniforms, and strict expectations. Since a young age, I had developed a very strong sense of self. And I don't know, even as a kid, I just saw things differently. I was always creating, I was always imagining. Know it yet, but that was the start of everything I'll later do. Middle school and high school, those years were intense.
Buenas tardes, niños y caballeros. Estamos reportando las últimas noticias. Primero, su noticia de primera plana. Las manos de él, muy sucias. Por favor, yo quiero que usted no tenga esas uñas así de sucias. Si las tiene así, desde una manicura, porque usted no se baña bien. Miren las mías. Ok, nos ha llegado una noticia de último momento. Matemática. Una clase muy aburrida, así que vamos a estudiarla. Entonces, hoy nos ha llegado otra noticia de un tiroteo en la perdón, se me ha pasado. Un tiroteo en la clase de español. Muy trágico. Muy trágico. ¡Ah! Muy trágico. Muy trágico. Pero demasiado. Gracias. Adiós.
I started realizing I was different, and at first it didn't feel like a good thing. I'll go to school, follow the rules, wear the uniform, but in my head, I was designing whole worlds. Puerto Rico was beautiful, but it felt too small for me. That's when I started experimenting quietly. Clothes, hair, little things that felt more like me. It was scary, but every time I expressed myself, I felt a little lighter. Some people judged me, some didn't get it, but there were always a few who did. saw me. By the time I graduated, I was ready to leave. I didn't know where yet, but I knew I had to find a space to grow. By the time I graduated, I've lived two versions of myself. The one I showed up to fit in, and that lived quietly inside of me. I knew that I was meant for more, not just to leave home physically, but to start becoming who I always was inside. Maybelline sent out their new concealers and I'm gonna try them out. I love the shade range that I picked. I'm gonna be using the Icky shade. I started playing around with makeup and creating content online and started connecting with people online who actually understood me. That's how Gustavo.png started. Not as a brand, just me being me, posting what I loved, talking about beauty, art, identity, all of it. Slowly it started growing, and with it, I started growing too. Moving to New York was the real beginning. It was chaotic. Honestly, it forced me to grow up, but it also gave me everything I was searching for. I started modeling full time. Worked with brands I used to dream about. I started using art, music, and online spaces as escape routes. They became little windows of freedom. I start to learn who accepts me for who I am and who doesn't. We just had to order everything on the menu porque baby is here in town. So you know I had to take her to my favorite coffee place. If you know, you know. I begin to understand that what makes me different is what makes me powerful. I began studying interior design at the New York School of Interior Design, discovering a new love for structure, texture, and how design tells a story too. Juggling ambition, identity, and survival. I finished my interior design certificate. Proof of dedication and creative evolution. Have been developing my other personal brands, started healing old wounds, learning to value peace as much as success. I realized that self-expression and discipline can coexist, soft and powerful, experienced personal success and inner reflection. My focus has shifted proving myself to understanding myself. I'm committed to habits that reflect growth. Standing at a new threshold, not just chasing opportunities, but choosing alignment. My platforms, Gustavo.png, are evolving into extensions of my purpose. I learned that beauty isn't about perfection, it's about truth. Story Now is about living intentionally with authenticity, curiosity, and peace while designing a life that looks as good as it feels. I don't want to become someone else. I just want to become more myself. If you have followed my journey, thank you so much. This is just the beginning, and I can't wait to keep creating and evolving and sharing what's next. Also, I want to ask you guys, what do you think of the lighter brows? Do we like them? Should I keep them? Should I go back to my black brows? Or do we like the more soft brown brows? I think they're cute. I like them. So that's my story. From a little kid in Puerto Rico who didn't quite fit the mold to the person I am today. I'm still learning, still evolving, and choosing myself every single day. My life hasn't been perfect, but it's mine. And honestly, I'm proud of every decision that got me here. If you're watching this and maybe can relate, maybe you grew up feeling different or out of place or too much, I hope that oh my god, I hope this reminds you that your story doesn't have to look like anyone else. You're allowed to build a life that fits you. And this version of me, one sitting here doing my makeup, talking to you, he's the freest I've ever been. He's the most me I've ever felt. So, thank you. Thank you for listening, for being here, and for letting me share a piece of me. Oh my god, this brow gel, you guys, is literally my absolute favorite. It's so good. Please, if you haven't tried it, what are you doing? You're missing out. Cute. It looks so different. With the brows. And this lighting, you guys, is like pissing me off. I'm so sorry for the glitching of the light. I hope you can see the makeup well. Looks really pretty. For the mascara, I want to try this new one from Maybelline. I'm going to use a very washable black, but they do have a waterproof formula, which I appreciate. But honestly, looking back at everything I just said out loud, it makes me realize how far I've come. Like, I'm not the same person I was even 2 years ago. I feel more grounded, more sure of myself, and stronger in a way. And now I'm in this stage where I'm really building the life I always wanted, stepping into the version of me I used to dream about. My goals now are just creating, making spaces, moments, art, traveling more, living life with intention, just choosing myself every day. If there's one thing I've learned from everything I've lived, it's that you're allowed to reinvent yourself. You're allowed to outgrow versions of you that weren't safe or weren't seen. Nothing in your past can stop you from becoming who you want to be. Makeup was really the first place where I left myself exist exactly how I wanted. Sweetlier wasn't about changing anything. It was about revealing myself, claiming who I was before I even had the courage to say it out loud. Now I get inspired by everything: interiors, light, color, fashion, softness, traveling, soft mornings, I'm building a life that looks like me, and I'm honestly so proud of that. Oh shit. And YSL sent over these cute little lippies. I want to try them out. Let's see what shade should use. Should we do the nude? I think I already have that one. Healthy Glow. Let's see. Ooh, I love the packaging, guys. Ooh, it's just like a clear balm. Okay. I didn't want to use a clear balm, so let's see what else. I can just put a little bit of the road. A little bit of the road. Thank you for listening, and thank you for being here with me while I get ready. I don't take it for granted. I love sharing these pieces of my life with you. And this is the final look, you guys. This is my soft little natural makeup I like to do for when I want to feel cute and angelical and pretty. Just very fresh, very cutesy. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I love you guys so much. Bye.